Guys, DG, I'm back again. Now, thank you very much for tuning back in. I'm not a Manchester United fan, but sometimes when I look at their team or I look at their personnel, they've got some, on paper, some fantastic options. United fans know more than me as to reasons why specifically their attacking players might not be hitting first gear, whether that's individually, if you look at how they're playing, or collectively, if they're gelling as a unit or cohesion. Apologies. United fans know more about that than me. In fact, a lot of us know the running problems and the micro problems of all of that. We don't need to get into that. Sometimes when I look at that side or that squad, specifically the attacking ones, I see a lot of potential. I mean, they've got Alexis Sanchez, they've got Lukaku, they've got young Rashford and Martial, who there's question marks over both of them, but or playing time or whatever sort of noise in regards to both of them. But then I look at their squad and I think there's not similar to Arsenal. When you exclude the first team players or the first 11 within reason, there's a serious lack of quality, specifically attacking options. You can say the same, ironically, for defensive options and centre backs, but there's not really any quality, whether it's in regards to rotation, whether it's in regards to pushing for places. There's a lack of quality. Now Zaha and Memphis Depay are two players that, since leaving United, you could say they've had better futures or have had better times as footballers and things. Hindsight is a wonderful thing, so it's not a criticism of United. But I have to wonder, like, could you just imagine Memphis Depay, Zaha, and Martial fit and firing front three? To be honest with you, I mean Martial, if he gets a chance to play and things, he could be a very big striker. Or you add the front three I've just said, you slap Rashford into that. You consider Lukaku. There's some great options to mix and match and things. Now, obviously, both of them, whether you could attribute their lack of success at United respectively for many reasons. Me personally, I think it didn't work out purely because the time they've joined these clubs, the time both of them have joined the club, sorry. Manchester United, obviously with Zaha, he was what, 18, 19, probably could have been 19, 20, 21 years of age when he signed for them. He's now 25, turning 26, so I'm not too sure. But because of where United were as a club, they're immediately trying to get back to being the pinnacle of British football and being amongst the talk of the Champions League and the Giants, just back to being Manchester United, innit? They really have time to forfeit all of that and focus on developing Zaha and things like that, because he had wonderful talent. That particular season they bought him, or in the run up, I'm sure he got Palace promoted to the Premier League and then stayed there for a season and then joined United. So he looked like a very promising player. They signed him for 15 million. Obviously, at the time, he even admits himself he wasn't mature enough. I'm not going to speak about if he was mature off the field because I don't know, but he was referring to probably trying a bit too many step overs, probably not looking after himself in the terms of after games, the recovery phase of games, ultimately end product as well. And he did say that the rumours surrounding David Moyes' daughter, I believe in him, was not true and it really affected him. But either way, he wasn't the sort of player he was. And I saw that Zaha, I can't believe it. I was looking at Transfermarkt to obviously get the data of the teams, how many times they played for United, and it said Zaha's only played 3 times for United. Surely that's lies, people. Surely he's played more than 3 times for United. He played more than 3 times for United. But they could definitely do with him now. Could you imagine that we need Zaha? The problem is 70 million. Could you imagine him there now, whether he's starting or in and amongst the squad? I'm sure most United fans would agree he'd be a good player for you lot. Last season, he got 9 goals or so? 9 goals, 5 assists in 29 appearances. Might not be the most amazing, but someone that can show stuff and he gets you out your seat. And we need to remember he missed around 8 or 9 games technically. I don't want to say weeks, but 8 or 9 games technically because of a knee injury. Definitely at the start of the season, start of last season. So you can see the talent. Like you can see it. He wasn't quite there, but Zaha seems to be going in the purple patch now. And you need to. This is what I mean by hype at times. Like maybe if English society was a bit more calmer with players, Zaha's career would have went differently. Because if you look at him, he was a sick wonder kid of sorts. 18, 19, 20 years of age, dazzling for Palace and things. Went United. Obviously played for England as well. Long story short, was cast off by United. People were saying he weren't going to get back in the England side, this, that and the other. Went away, built himself back up. Obviously switched allegiances to represent his actual homeland where he was born, in Ivory Coast. And he's playing pretty damn good for Palace now at 25 years of age. So that's still very young as a professional footballer, but it feels like he's been around for years and people have casted him off. So maybe expectations, we need to calm it down as a whole with football fans and just let people develop, because one story was written for for Zaha with a conclusion and stuff, and was rubber stamped that that's how he's going to be. He's always going to be this unproven winger. And now look at him. And then if you look at Memphis, who impresses me a lot, it seems to be... Initially, I don't know in it. I saw him as this winger in it, but he seems to favour being central more, not as a striker, but just taking up central positions. For me, his is a bit different because he just needed love. He's very misunderstood. You see the flashy cars, the jackets and things, and you think, obviously with British society, that all of that stuff is seen as somehow distracting you from being a good footballer and stuff, and we like people to be humble and that. He's an easy target. Me, I just think he needed love. Similar to, again, Jose's trying to get United to where they need to be, and Jose conceded that he's not one of his trusted members or one of his soldiers, so he didn't play. Memphis needed love. Look at him now at Lyon. He's got the bravado. He relishes being them guys that are the ones to get your team out of trouble, are the ones that the fans want to make the difference, to get 3 points and to get you out of your seat, to just be a leader essentially. That's what you're seeing. You're seeing the personality again. You're seeing the bravado. You're seeing the galvanization. I'm liking him. He's playing with a smile on his face. He's doing his skills again. He's got balance with his skills. In fact, he's actually got better at close control and balance than me, because at sometimes I see, especially what was it against France for Holland, it looked like he overran it at times, but he still had the ball. So like he looks a good player. For me, 2014 World Cup, I'm sure he didn't play that much, but that's where I really took him in and stuff. Obviously, he had that great season for PSV before the move to United came. And it's sad, man, because if you look at his stats for United, 53 appearances, 7 goals, 6 assists, didn't play too many times, 90 minutes, and a lot of that's getting subbed on, so we need to be a bit fair. And in the Premier League, 33 appearances, 2 goals, 1 assist. In France now, in 58 games, he's got 25 goals and 23 assists. I think last year he got 22 and 17 assists. So he's doing his thing. PSV, he got, 29 assists and 50 goals in 124 appearances. So the talent's there. Zaha, I mean, similar to Zaha, in fact, completely different. Memphis is an easy target. You can see it. He likes flashy cars. He likes the clothes. He's obviously got the celebrity. Well, Steve Harvey's daughter is his girlfriend, so celebrity sort of thing. He's an attractive sort of man, so he does modelling and all of these things. So you can see how people will take that and say it's nothing to do with it's distracting him from football and things like that. Maybe it did legitly at one point, but I don't think it's enough, man. Leave footballers to do what they're doing off the field. If he likes fashion and them thing there, he likes it. All that matters is what he's doing on the field. And his focus. Obviously, you see him doing rap videos and stuff, and it's easy to see it, but I do think the move for both is coming, to be honest with you. Probably more likely for Memphis than Zaha. I don't know why I'm saying that, but that's what I believe. It seems to be similar. Zaha's got that Mane thing about him at the moment, that people know he's sick, and they know he's sick, and he's gone good again, but they're kind of a bit unsure whether they want to buy him, and it will probably take that one move to one club, and people will look back in hindsight. I'd definitely take him, but we can't afford him. So yeah, man. Obviously, it is what it is at United. Like, neither were the players they are today. I'm not saying that United made an error, but I'm sure United fans wondered this, and I wonder how it would look if you had them in the squad and stuff. And I swear United got a buyback clause, if you can even have that in France. I don't think you can, but some sort of agreement to bring him back if he does succeed. So yeah, we'll see what happens, man. But yeah, man, I probably want to bring back, at this moment in time, I probably want Zaha a bit more, to be honest, but just by millimeters, but just that much, just tiny bits. But yeah, man, credit both to them at Lyon and Palace respectively. They've done their thing. Guys, deluded, man. I'm out.